Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Mason X here. Sorry for being disappeared for a very long time. I didn't upload any new videos in 2 months. That is because I literally disappeared from this world. Yes, that's exactly the reason. However, Blizzard really don't want us to do AoE farm. They do not allow it in Season of Mastery, and they will nerf it as soon as they find it's like too crazy. However, it's Microsoft Blizzard now. Things might change, right? Also, it's kind of cool if you find some crazy farm and Blizzard have to fix the game for it. Okay, so now that's why we back to Kara, and actually we wanted to retry something I tried at the start of TBC. I tried to solo Karazhan as a mage at the start of TBC with green and blue gear, and it is super hard. I feel it's like impossible. But now look at this juicy Nexus key. I'm back with phase 2 BIS mage. You don't actually need to be phase 2 BIS, you only need some like decent gears, because you will be almost AoE capped, okay? And also, today I'm gonna show you both how to double mage it and how to solo it. But if you solo it, you have to use all of your cooldown, which makes about, you can kill about 18 mobs per hour in Karazhan if you just solo it. But if you can double mage it, you can kill about as many as 384 mobs per hour. It gives a lot of reputation and awesome loot. So I highly recommend you, if you can double mage it, you can find a friend who also play mage and do it with you, which I know is really hard for you guys. You can also have a second mage or boost a second mage, try to do it. It's super cool and challenging. So I will be mostly focused on the double mage strategy because it's really efficient. And at the end of this video, I will also elaborate the details about how to solo it. Okay, first things first, let's go through the talent. The only must-have talents are Water Elemental, Improved Blizzard, of course, and I also recommend Frostbite, otherwise it's gonna be really hard, and also the Improved Range of Blizzard. The other things you can improvise, you can even use your PvP talents. I think it's also possible to do it with PvP talents. And no one play raid with Frost Mage, right? Okay, so, but if you want easy and simple, you just copy this talent. It's a BIS like double major talent. Okay, now let's start with the actual run itself. First, apply as many shield as you can, and the second here, I want to elaborate a little bit. You can see here we want to pull all the non-elite mobs here. We want to pull these 2 packs with this pull, and then the other 2 packs. We want to avoid all the elite packs here, but there are patrol packs. There are some hot waitress going around here. You can pull the hot waitress, but there is one like a colder, hotter elite mob here. His heart is so cold and he cannot be slowed by Blizzard, so we want to avoid all these elite packs. You just follow exactly my pull order, you should be fine and never pull the elite packs here. We use level 1 Blizzard to pull the far pack, then we use an Ice Lance to pull the closer pack. When you're walking down, you wanna use these columns, do a little bit LOS so the mobs won't range attack your shield off. And here, you at this exact point, you do Ice Block, switch to your second mage, do a far side Blizzard. As long as you see the most mobs are slow, you move right to a Nova, blink, call your pet, and now we just keep doing Blizzard back and forth. Remember to pop your ice events, so we will trigger some really high frostbite, and order your pet to attack one of the mob, so your pet have a view to do a pet Nova. Otherwise your pet will just stupidly stand here. And And yes, now we just switch window quick and do Blizzard. You see, I arrange my window like this so I can see all the casting bars of my two majors. Oh, we got a Pioneer here, so we move to this side of the wall as long as we see a Pioneer mob moving closer. And now we just keep using this place as our second LOS place. Oh, I got cursed. But you know, as a pump mage, we don't have any decurse ability. So we just keep pumping. Okay, so if you need, you can decurse this slow curse. And you can see now only the Alice remaining. I'm doing the easy way to kill Alice, which is one mage, keep doing Blizzard. It's level 1 or 4 level, whatever. And the other mage just doing single target damage or arcane explosion, depends on how many Alice remaining. You can use the same method actually to kill the war horses, the scarlet horses here, but overall not worth it. Now our first mage is in cooldown, so we just switch to our second mage and pull the right 2 packs. And we also do some LOS here. Do ice block at this exact point. And remember where you place your second mage. Do a Blizzard and get ready to cancel ice block Nova. Blink, stack with your first mage, call your pet water elemental, and we just repeat the same thing. Okay, remember you always have your cold snap to use if things goes wrong, so it is actually a pretty chill AoE farm. You have plenty back method if things goes wrong. Okay, now we have a female pioneer. Now please note, if you feel it's difficult to kill the Alex here, you can simply be patient and there will be plenty of chances you can only pull the non-elite mobs. So just be patient and start with small packs, like you can double major pull 1 pack each time and it will be super easy to kill them. And this is basically all the 4 packs we're gonna pull when we double major on Kara. These are not the only killable packs, but remember we don't have any dungeon limits in a raid instance. So we only kill the 4 packs, which is the easiest and the fastest packs to kill. And then we go out and reset. It only takes about 4 minutes and a half to kill 4 packs with 2 pulls, and after reset your first major ice block is just in time to cooldown if you have the right talents, so we can start another round. This is like the most efficient C for efficient round for double mage. Okay, we can go out and reset. Now the beauty of this farm is there is a NPC here. You can sell all your junks for very quick and go back for another run. Or you can, if you need a repair, you can just summon yourself first, then teleport back to Algorithm for a cheap repair. You can see here we got some warm welcome from the Alliance. And you can see both of my accounts got a summon from myself. And after repair or mail the things necessary to auction back to our bank account, we can teleport back to Kara. And the loot table here, no need to say, they're pretty awesome. Consider they are trash in raid. In about 1.5 hour farm, I got 2 epics, tons of blue and green jobs, and also here you can see I got a new Dark Moon Fair card job. It actually worth a lot of money at the moment, so even you just farm those mobs for the new Dark Moon Fair card, it is pretty profitable at the moment. And also you still got some nice trash loot from Kara people want to buy, also enchanting formulas, things, and I think it didn't show some like new phase 3 trash jobs, so it's so good. Okay, the loot table, even if you don't boost anyone, even if you don't sell anything, it's good. And finally, Blizzard adds some new reward for the Violet Eye fraction. And as honored, we have a new recipe of a new flask, which gives 35 resist to all school of magic and 18 status. So I think it can be useful in when we are progressing BT for some bosses. So, and as for revered, we have the new hunter ammos. They are really decent ammos before you got exiled with the scale of sense fraction. So I think most alternative hunters gonna want this reputation reward. And as for the exalt, we have the new final enchanting formula with greater agility to replace the old one. It's a recipe I think every enchanter gonna want. So it's a pretty decent reward. And also we have the Clock of Darkness. I think it's kind of BIS for Fury Warrior and Retribution Paladin. It gives 25 more stamina. So the Exalt reward are also pretty nice. Also, I think at the start of Phase 3, there won't be many people keep doing Karazhan because it's after all, it's a pretty tedious and long raid. People who cared want to do it, and so if you want this reputation reward, Kara reputation boost can be a good choice. And the beautiful thing is, for the first time, our mages can boost as many as 8 or 9 per people in one instance. So even imagine you only charge like 200 gold per person. It's approximately, because we are killing no Alice mob, it's approximately 1000 reputation per hour, but you charge 8 per people, so it's gonna be 1600 gold only from the reputation boosts. For AFK Kara reputation boost, I can imagine lots of alternative hunters gonna want this, and you can see here we killed 458 mobs in 1 hour and 17 minutes. Okay, now at last, some people may really care about, let's add some details about the solo run. In the solo run, you can pull all the 5 non-elite packs here. You use an ice lens, pull the nearby pack. You use a level 1 blizzard, pull the far away packs. And you try to avoid all the elite packs. Also the elite patrols if you are soloing it. Okay, let's give a reward to this mob. And apply all your shield while running down. You want to stay as healthy as possible if you are soloing it. Do an ice block exactly at this point. Okay, we got some mob fighting there, neglecting them. Now, as a Kung Fu master, you observe their movement. Find the moment between their attacks. You move right and spam your Frost Nova. Okay. Find a moment, cancel your ice block, and spam your Frost Nova. Okay, you can see here we didn't lose any health. You blink away to this point, call your first Water Elemental, order him move to the mobs, so you can do a pet Nova as many as possible. Pop your cooldown, try to get their health down. And yes. Basically, you don't need to switch windows, and as long as you see a mob pass the doorway, you do a Nova. Now we use all our first cooldown, then do a cold snap, call your second pet, and ready to do a pet Nova once the front mob moves. And you should be able to kill the remaining mob with the second LOS place. Remember to use your gems. Okay. So this is basically how we solo it. All the rest packs, they are the same. You solo them by the same method, but the only thing we need to wait for is the cooldown of our cold snap. So it's approximately like 6 minutes per round. That's why I say we can do like 10 rounds an hour approximately. So it's about 18 mobs per hour, because each pack it contains 8 mobs. So if you solo it, it's still pretty good and profitable. That is all for today's Karazhan AoE Farm guide. Now at last, I wanna talk a little bit more about my channel. First, you need to know I never do all these AoE farms for the gold. For me, it's more about the challenge itself. If you are not a mage, you never understand the satisfaction you have once you can solo farm some like raid dungeons and challenge some mighty mobs in heroic dungeons. So when I first started to upload videos, I just want a place to keep a record of my challenges. And surprisingly, some videos got really good views, and I got feedback from my viewers. So I'm thinking about getting this channel more serious, not only about just AoE farm, maybe about other games and other interesting topics. Also, I'm thinking about getting serious on PvP started from Season 3. There are gonna be many exciting new changes at Season 3. So you can expecting some new PvP videos from me. Also, making videos can help me improve my English, so it benefits from both sides. And maybe I can introduce some side of China you may never know before in my videos. So it's gonna be interesting. And I'm also very lucky that made a fortune at a very young age. So I was retired early and should have plenty of time to making videos. Okay, so stay tuned and hopefully I will see you in a next video.